Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to look at future tense. Why future tense? Because we just looked at future simple yesterday, and today we are going to look at the rest of future tenses, which is your future continuous, future perfect continuous. Again, like I always say, if you haven't seen all my videos on present tenses or past tenses, please go back and look at them, and then you come back and watch this one. Now, before I forget, from tomorrow, since I will be finishing all my tenses today, I am starting a series on preparation for Ielts, okay? And if you want to look at Ielts, this is the best time. So I will be focusing on your writing, your vocab, your reading, all of that. But again, if you haven't seen all your tenses, because those are the must. So before you start using, writing, doing anything, all right, you need to be very good with your tenses. So if you haven't looked at your tenses, go back, look at them all, and then from tomorrow, like I said, we are starting a series on the preparation for Ielts. What do we have to do now? Without wasting our time, we will have to go to our board work. That's right. Okay then, see you there. Bye. Hello, so here we are looking at our three tenses, starting with future continuous. So you form your future continuous by using your subject. Then you need your will, be, plus ing form of the verb. Okay, so for ing we need a base verb, first form infinitive. And why do we use it? So we use future continuous to talk about action in progress at a specific time in future. So we talk about, like I said, action which was in progress at some time in future. So this is all about future. So look at the sentence. They will be flying to Paris at this time tomorrow. Okay, so we're talking about something in future, and in future when this action will be in progress at some time. So that's what it says. Second one, alternative. So this one, that is your future continuous, this could be used as an alternative to going to, or for future arrangements, which tense do we use for that? Present continuous. Okay, so instead of that we can use our future continuous. And how? So look at this example. Will you be using the car this evening? So instead of this, we can also say, are you going to use your car? So this is your going to, which is your future plan. Okay, so for future plan we can use going to, as I am sure you know, because I have looked at it in yesterday's lesson. If you haven't, go ahead and look at it. So you use your going to talk about future plans. Now if you don't want to use your going to, you can also use your future continuous. Will you be using the car this evening? This is your future plan. Again, like I wrote over here, that you can also use your future continuous instead of present continuous to talk about future arrangement. So over here, I will be having tea with Hugo this evening. So this is my future arrangement. I could have said, I am having my tea with Hugo this evening. So instead of present continuous, you can also use your future continuous to talk about future arrangement. Is that okay? So look at the timeline. So this is your timeline. This is present. This is now. And then we're talking about future. So this broken. So that, so the action will be in a progress at some time, specific time in future. Okay? Future continuous. Looking at second, which is your future perfect. Now, what do we use future perfect for? We say action that will be completed in the future before a specific moment or before another action takes place. What do we mean by that? Always remember, I've been telling you when we looked at present tense, when we looked at past tense. So with perfect tenses, we are talking about completed action. And the same goes for future, but how is it different? So look at this sentence. They will have left for Paris by this time tomorrow. Okay, now again we're talking about something in future, but we're talking about the action which would be completed sometime in future. So they will have left for Paris by this time tomorrow. Similarly, second one, Rose will have done her homework by the time we arrive. Okay, so again, we're talking about that Rose will have done. She will have finished her work by the time we arrive. Okay, so something will be completed by the time we reach. Again, look at the timeline. So this is your broken timeline. So they will have left for Paris by this time tomorrow. So somewhere here and between here, and that's what it happens. So two actions. So one will be finished before the other action. So left for Paris by this time tomorrow. So left for Paris by this time tomorrow. Okay, so these are how you use your future perfect tense to talk about an action which will have been completed in some time in future. All right, and like I wrote over here, pay attention. Second half of the sentence is always going to be in present simple. Did you notice that? So over here, Rose will have done her homework by the time we arrive. So whenever you're forming this sentence, second half of this is going to be in present simple. Okay, remember that. Do not forget that. So that was your future perfect. Now looking at future perfect continuous. Action that will have started, will have continued, and will still be in progress in future before a specific moment or before another action takes place. And what do we mean by that? So again, understand we're talking about future perfect continuous. That means we're talking about an action that will have started, all right, in future, that will have continued and will still be in progress in future. That's what we are thinking, before a specific moment. And what do we mean by that? Look over here. They will have been flying to Paris for a few hours by this time tomorrow. All right, so this is what we mean when we say action that will have started. So they will have been flying. So the action already started, will have continued, and will still be in progress in future before a specific moment. So they will have been flying to Paris. It started for a few hours by this time tomorrow. And that's exactly what they mean by this sentence. So something that will have started, will be in progress by some time before a specific moment. So by this time tomorrow. Look at the second sentence. Rose will have been doing her work for 2 hours by the time we arrive. Again, how are these two sentences different? Here we are focusing on that some action which will be taking place in future will be in continuation before we arrive. And here we're talking about a completed action also in future before we arrive. All right, so now I guess you can see the difference. You look at, because I always try to take same sentences so that you can see the difference. So you can go ahead and have a look at the board work if ever you are confused. So like I said, this one, future perfect continuous, talks about an action that started, that continued for some time before another action takes place. All right, by the time we arrive, that is the next action. And over here, if you look at the timelines, again, we're talking about two things in future, and this action continued for some time before the another action. Okay, and I hope I have made myself clear. Again, one thing very important that you have to note, just like here, the second half is in your present simple, same way in your future perfect continuous as well. Your second half of the sentence is going to be in present simple tense. All right, so this is your future tense complete today. And like I looked at future simple yesterday, and today I completed your future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. And I hope I have made it clear for everybody. If not, again, go ahead, have a look at all of them at go, because from tomorrow I will be starting my practice on Ielts. So anybody who is practicing for Ielts, who's planning to give their Ielts, again, you cannot miss them. But before we start on Ielts, I hope you are good with your tenses. Otherwise, it's not going to be of any use. All right. So thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Until we meet next time. Bye for now.